I think it was a good day for us. I think it was a very good day. I think every player we got is going to help us next year. So I think it seems like everybody wanted a wide receiver. We did too. Uh, did a lot of work with this kid, and we're looking forward to developing him. I think we got two corners, have starting ability, and we'll put them in the mix and let them compete here. And we got a running back that's going to help us, next year. He's a change of pace to Steven, can return. So.
What homework did you do on Janora's changes that made you guys so comfortable in the character department?
Well, it started with the scouts reports. We did combine interviews. We had a 30 visit. We had a member of our organization go down to Florida and spent several days down there, spent time in North Alabama. We talked to many, many, many people that had crossed paths with him since he was a young boy growing up in Pahokee, Florida. And so we did our work. And every person we talked to said, take him.
Did they say why?
Says he's a great kid. He's an exceptional football player. Okay.
And I'll
made
give
a
you
few
this.
mistakes. Made a few mistakes in school. Obviously has a young family, but he's got all that stuff under control. We've got plans in place, and we're excited about his future here.
Josh Robinson went right after Tremaine Johnson. What made Johnson stand out over a guy like Robinson in your mind?
I'm going to hold comment on that. Easy question. We thought that Tremaine had starter ability. We did not think Josh did. So he was higher on our board.
Jeff, your experience with Pac-Man Jones or a guy, and I'm not saying the issues are exactly the same because they're not. How does that help you as a coach to know how to?
I'm not anticipating any issues whatsoever with Janoris. Okay, I'm not. The issues. Pac was. He checked out pretty good on all our background check. He had one minor incident as a freshman. His issues came after he got into the league. Janoris is not. Again, we're not concerned about him. He's a first-round talent. He's a good football player. He's got one of the best in the room, in Cortland Finnegan, and he's going to be a great talent for us.
Do you hope that Portland kind of maybe takes him under his wings a little bit?
Court's already called. He says he's looking forward to meeting his new teammates and working with them and shutting people down.
Coach, talk about the two that you took on offense, Quick and then Pete as a running back, what they're going to bring to the table offensively for you.
What was interesting, we went to App State last weekend, and we worked them out. We had both our quarterbacks, Brand Slater and Kellen Throw. And when we got in the car and headed to the airport, they said, wow. And I think that's where we were, too. Now, Les has been to App State how many times?
I've seen him live now. I was in Boone twice this year, and at Greenville, South Carolina once this year when they played Furman, and saw him at the Combine. So I've seen him live 4 times, and Combine can get a little, carried away because you got a lot of things going on. But 3 of the 4 I know was a wow, and that was the first time I saw him practice all the way to last weekend's workout. I kind of looked at Jeff, and we kind of looked at each other, and you didn't really have to say much. We knew what we were thinking.
What exactly was the wow?
Well, first of all, you got a big man. He's tall, 225 pounds, long arms, can catch it. He's got rare hand-eye coordination, so he can go snatch a ball. He'll get rebounds for us. But that same big man can cut on a dime, and he can get off the ball and really fast. So I think we worked out a lot of receivers, and this guy was as good or better than all of them.
What do you guys like about Pete? How do you see him?
Isaiah had a great senior year, and obviously MVP of the Senior Bowl. Isaiah's got great change of direction, quickness, vision, jump cut runner. He's got acceleration. He's got hands out of the backfield. He's just a great change of pace runner that we need here right now for Steven. And he's a smart young man. We had him in for the 30 visit. No problems whatsoever, grasping concepts and offense, so he'll be able to help us.
Return value with
Yes, he does have return value, as does Janoris.
Did you actually get
ever see him as a every down back?
I'm sorry?
Down the road, would you ever see Pete as an every down back?
I think he's got the potential to do that. Yes, he was there. It was an every down back for them. He does have the potential, but what we were looking at right now is a guy, just a change of pace, a guy that could give Steven a blow.
Jeff, did you ever, when your son, when Brandon was at Montana, did you ever get an opportunity, I know you're busy coaching the Titans, to watch Tremaine Johnson play live or no?
Yeah, I saw probably 4 games in person from his freshman year through his sophomore. First 2 years, watched him in practice, and then obviously we did our work, on tape and combine work, and so yeah, he's a good football player.
What do you guys like about him? As a player?
Well, I mean, his size. First off, he's got great ball skills. I mean, he can go get the football. Had a bunch of interceptions. He's a big corner. He's got long arms. He can press. He's going to need some work at the off coverage, and he's physical and he'll tackle. Both our corners that we drafted today will tackle, and that's important. And they're big. We're facing big backs in our division, and we need guys from the run support.
Is it tough translating the smaller college production to NFL?
Well, I mean, I don't think it is. You're gonna compare him, to his peers or to those others that are draft eligible. So I don't think it is. That question often comes up. Well, look at the level of talent or the receivers that he covered, so on and so forth. You still see the movement skills. You still see the the physicalness in his play.
Can you talk a little bit about the trade down? Was something you're planning on doing, or did it just kind of come up with the Bears calling you?
I think it came up. We had, those first 2 players we really targeted, and they fell to us. And at that point, we felt we didn't have a 5th, so it was a chance. They called and offered us a 5th, and it was a chance to pick up a 5th. So we now have, a pick or multiple picks in every round.
Last a lot of football people said Jenkins, without the character stuff, was top 10 pick type talent. Did you see that? I mean, first round pick if you didn't have the.
Definitely, I think yes, he has first round talent. I think you could go back to his last season in Florida, watch him cover A.J. Green and Julio Jones, who were both rookies last year, and I think I saw tonight where they were going to be, 2 rookies that were top 100 players in the league now. So, and he did a nice job against those 2 players. So, definitely first round talent for sure. And that was the reason, and one of the reasons when he's sitting there at the 39th pick. One of the reasons we did the research for the last 2, 3, longer than that, but extensive last 2 or 3 weeks to figure out, hey, if he was sitting there, we'd take him.
Jeff, are you excited about what you've got now in the secondary, especially at the cornerback?
Yes, we are. In our division and the way the game goes now, you're playing with 3 corners. More than you're playing with 3 linebackers, and so the 3rd corner in essence ends up being a starter for you. So we addressed that. It was important to us. We statistically we have a good feel for the game, and you have to have depth there, and you have to have the ability to play 3 corners. One, depends on how it works out. We got the option to put Cord inside, or we got the option to let Janoris play inside. He's got tremendous football instincts and IQ. So we've taken care of an issue there.
In the first 2 days of the draft, I'm assuming it has to be best available. On the 3rd day, does need tend to trump best available?
I think on the last day, I think really scheme fit, maybe not need, but you're starting to get into where players may have lesser talent, but now you're looking, hey, does he fit a certain scheme? Does he have a trait? We're not looking for toughness. Can he cover kicks or be a special teams player? I think you start looking at that, but if best available still may trump a need as well.
Coach, talk a little, you just mentioned about, going three, corners, obviously. Johnson can also help you out with his versatility as playing safety. Are you looking at that as well, in using him both corner and extra?
No, we draft him to be a corner, and we're going to develop him at the corner position. I think you automatically assume because of his height, weight, and speed characteristics that he may project there as we speak right now. No, he's a corner. That may be something that happens later in his career, but right now he helps us as a corner.
What's your primary focus going forward, like reserve position you guys are honing in on?
I think tonight we'll do exactly what we did last night. We'll sit down once this round's over, and we'll take our board and we'll pick a handful of players that we really would like to come away with, and we'll call it last day board, and we'll kind of bring those players to the top at each position and try to get those. And as we saw tonight, we did it last night, and we may have had 15 to 20 players that we wanted to come away in these 4 picks, and it went fast. I think we were able to accomplish it, but maybe by one.
Was there ever doubt that you were going to go for a wide receiver to start the day? I mean, how long did that discussion take?
No, we jumped up and down last night when the draft was over. So there was no doubt in our mind. And there was, I wouldn't let him take a phone call, nor would he let me take a phone call.
So, was the phone ringing?
It rang a little bit, but it wasn't worth it.
Nobody was home?
Nobody was home.
He was the guy we targeted to get at that pick for a few weeks now. So, like I said last night, we knew that pick was taken. We were going to try to figure out 30, 39, 45. It went to 50.
We actually tried to bring him in early. We're going to fly him in at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
The league said you can't do that. You
The
can't
league
talk
said
to him until you're on the clock.
That was going to be our temptation. He was going to be sitting in the building, so we had to take him.
You talked yesterday about how you've been planning this second day for a while, trying to build up as many picks. When did that plan first get hatched? As soon as you guys got together, or when did that do it?
Well, obviously we felt, because of the value of the pick and the initial deal with Washington and the fact that we got the 2, that, that this is going to be our day. That's really when it started. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.